TNA Throwback 75, and as you can see already, it's time to book the Sacrifice pay-per-view. We can start moving on. Special. It kind of feels weird because I'm already used to just talking over the video and not really booking anything, because most of the impacts are just ready. They're already written in advance. It usually takes me like 30 minutes for the whole thing, or maybe more. I need like 15 minutes to book the show because it's a stretch, and then I need probably 15 more minutes to come up with the edits, so it will look like a real show, not like a EWR style where you really don't get anything. So the first match is for the World Tag Team titles. We got Crimson and Joe taking on Loki and Eddie Kingston. So we are gonna have the champions retain in a clean manner, and I'm gonna put them over. I never really intended to put the titles on Loki and Kingston. It's just that Loki and Kingston are a new team. They're part of the Team Fight Club stable with Eric Young, Homicide, and Hernandez, and I decided to give them some sort of a push. But they were never really intended to win anything. So last month in the Lockdown pay-per-view, the match for tag titles was a three-way. It also featured the Guns. Crimson and Joe retained, and now in just a tag team match they retain again. So I guess Crimson Joe are gonna move on with beer money after this, probably as a program, because they had a segment on last week's show, on the Go Home show, where they promised them a title shot if they retained here. So yeah, we got Carlito winning the global championship of Prize Fighter Ray. It's just something I came up with on the fly. The global title is just a mid-card belt, so it doesn't really have much prestige. And Carlito is an up-and-comer. He just debuted at the beginning of the year, so we need to have him some momentum after he lost his feud with Mr. Anderson. So we will put the global title on him. And the whole reason actually why Ray had the global title was because Devon was the global champion before that. After Devon won, I think it was from Jay Leto. And we had the Devon-Ray feud where Ray was supposed to have revenge for Devon turning on him and injuring him for 6 months. So that's why Ray became the global champion, and now Carlito is the global champion. And because we have Carlito as the global champion, we can have a lot of new feuds. We can pair him up with Jeff Hardy or something like this. It's gonna be way more interesting. The next match, John Morrison going over AJ Styles. This match has been built for. This match has been built pretty quickly. John Morrison debuted after Lockdown. He took up on few wins over Daniels and Kazarian, and he challenged AJ to a match. But the storyline here is that Morrison is actually a heel, so he will pull off this victory in a cheap manner. Because the whole premise of this match was that who is the better athlete. But Morrison will actually turn on AJ and he'll win cheap. So it's probably gonna be. This is probably not gonna be the end of the feud. I'm gonna see what I will do with this match. I just thought that a great opponent for Morrison is gonna be AJ in his first match in the company. So Austin Aries beating Robbie E to retain the X Division Championship. I think this was supposed to be Robbie's last chance, so we're gonna have an angle that Christie breaks up with him. I think about introducing a new character with Robbie E and probably have a tag team with him, so that will be the new direction for Robbie E, and we're gonna see what will happen with the X title. Of course, the blow-off will be won by Jeff Hardy. He's gonna win clean. He's gonna celebrate. This is gonna be the end of the feud. Put Jeff Hardy over. This is the end of the Hardy RVD feud. I quit match. Then we got Sting and Abyss. A match that was quickly put together on the last couple of impacts. Sting returned to his mission is to stop Abyss, who reverts back to his monster character, but Abyss is gonna pick up the win here. After match, we're gonna have Sting has a temper tantrum, and we're gonna build up to a future match. I haven't really planned the end of this feud. I'm probably gonna continue this feud between Sting and Abyss. This is just the beginning. Now we have a non-sanctioned, which means falls count anywhere match for the #1 contendership. So Kurt Angle takes on Matt Morgan in a match that was built up like Angle wanted a title shot for Lito, but was interrupted by the Pope, who cashed in his rematch clause for this show. So Morgan actually confronted Angle. He told him he sucks, he doesn't deserve a title shot. So this is the way we set up this #1 contendership match. They actually wrestled 2 weeks ago on Impact, but it ended in a DQ. So yeah, Angle wins. Angle is the new #1 contender. The main event, World Heavyweight Championship rematch from last month. Last man standing, Jay Lethal takes on the Pope, the new world champion, for the world title. And of course, Jay Lethal retains, so we can have him drop the title in the rematch. This was just what does it say? A mandatory match. It's just to put over the champion again. Of course, I'm not gonna have the Pope do anything. The Pope has done a great job with the title. He had a 6-month title reign, and now I think we need to move on to something else. So yeah, so this sets up Lito versus Angle probably the next pay-per-view, which is an exciting match in my opinion. 85% for the tag team opener, 82% for Carlito's win over Ray, 93% for Morrison and Styles, even though this match ends in a cheap victory. And it was almost a 4-star match. This is great. So I was right about putting them together on the first match. Austin Aries defeating Robbie got 81, 83 on the Jeff Hardy and RVD match, 86 Abyss and Sting, 88 Angle and Morgan, 84 for the main event, and 87%. And this may be my highest rated show since I run this. Yeah, this is actually the best rated show. So this card was great. 1.61 buy rate. So every match on this card was above 80%. So pretty great pay-per-view. And as I have already said, starting next Impact, I have already changed the name. It turns into Impact Wrestling. We changed the logo, we changed the background. So from next episode, we start Impact Wrestling. The next pay-per-view is Slammiversary, which is on June 12th. We got 4 weeks to build up to this pay-per-view, so stay tuned.